Alright, so this is my second video I'm making in my anvil. So you can tell originally it was a triangle. Yeah, so it had been torch cut, it looks like, because it's really uneven and everything. I think they torch cut it in half so that they could get it apart and off of what they were to replace it. Yeah, so I found it out magnet fishing. It was just on the ground next to the ditch I was magnet fishing. Yeah, so I saw it, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if that's magnetic. Put my magnet on it, sure enough, pulled it up and got it. So it's I think a half an inch. I'm pretty sure it's a half an inch. And it'll be approximately 10 inches long ways when I'm done with it, and approximately half a foot, which would be 6 inches high. Well, it wouldn't be high, wide, and then half an inch wide. So yeah, it's quite heavy and whatnot, and it was awkwardly shaped, and it's like really pointy on the ends. So for the purpose of being able to transport this and take this with me so I can use it as my anvil in Indiana come Halloween when I leave, I'll be on a flight either Halloween or right before Halloween day. Yeah, so I'm going to be buying my ticket pretty soon, and I'll be out there. But anyways, so yeah, I'm going to take this with me, and I'm going to be building knives and stuff out of rebar and other reclaimed metal that I get magnet fishing. So yeah, magnet fishing is going to be quite profitable to me, because that's going to be my job while I write my books. And then after I finish writing my books and making enough knives in that, I'm going to either look into teaching lessons to teach people how to knife fight martial arts and how to defend yourself, or I might teach like survival training, you know, like stuff like that I already have the skills for, and most people don't, and most people would pay money to learn how to do that kind of stuff. And I even have like medical training and stuff like that, so I could teach people emergency first aid and stuff like that. I know how to make arrowheads out of rocks. I know how to make flint strikers out of rocks. I know how to do all types of stuff. I know how to make my own bow and arrow. I know how to make spears. I know how to build shelters from scratch. Yeah, so yeah, I have this skill set. I'm just gonna be using that skill set to survive nomadically in Indiana, and stay tuned for the nomadic challenge video. But yeah, so I'm gonna be using all my skills that I acquired over the years from when I was younger, from Boy Scouts, and getting into psychology when I was older got me into the medical field. So I learned a lot of like holistic stuff and whatnot. That's really important when you're out in nature, because you want to stay healthy. But yeah, just because you're living nomadically doesn't mean you can't have a job. It doesn't mean you can't make money and spend money at stores. So yeah, that's a big difference between homeless people and nomadic people. Is nomadic people travel around and build semi-permanent shelters, whereas homeless people build garbagey shelters that are like just out of trash and whatnot, and they don't really protect them that well, and then they just be out on the side of the street begging for money from people instead of actually having a job like a nomad would to make money in that. And yeah, a nomad actually would go into stores and buy a whole bunch of stuff, unlike homeless people that mainly just get food given to them and clothes given to them, and then they get food stamps given to them and that. So yeah, a nomad can have food stamps and stuff like that, because they would be considered homeless. So I'll be signing up for food stamps too. And yeah, but I'll have money in that because I'll be selling stuff, knives in particular, and swords that I make from blacksmithing. And yeah, I'm gonna be taking my blower for yard work, and that'll be used to have an airflow into my fires to get them hotter, so that way I can blacksmith better. And yeah, so I'm not gonna be doing like high grade steel or anything like that, because there's no point in me going out and buying steel and making the knives like that, because there's like millions of people that sell that on Amazon. So I want to have like a niche, and I don't know if I said that word right, but I want to have like the, control over the market, where I'm the only one making what I'm selling, so that way people will actually buy it instead of going out and buying from somebody else if I'm making the same type of stuff as other people. So I'll be able to sell more stuff off of Amazon. But I won't just be selling off of Amazon. I'll sell to people on the street and stuff like that. I'll be like, hey, you want a knife? It's just a practice knife, unsharpened. If you buy two of them, you and another person can, practice with each other and get good, so that way you're not getting stabbed by somebody. Or I might just, when I get around to actually teaching people how to knife fight and defend themselves with these knives, martial arts unsharpened practice knives that I'll be making. And every single knife and sword that I make will be practice. It will not be sharpened. It'll have rounded edges and rounded points. But don't let that fool you, because it's gonna hurt if you get hit, and they will break bones. They can kill you. So yeah, but I'll be safe with my sparring, and I'll have rules like no heads, no head hits, no hitting private areas, no hitting knee joints, so like knees, elbows, stuff like that. No hitting in the hands, no hitting in the feet, no hitting in the hips, like you can't hit the person's hips. But oh yeah, and you can't hit where the person's heart is. That's another big thing. Yeah, you can't target the person's heart. So yeah, yeah, and no neck either too. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then everything else is fair game, and you can stab and slice and hit the person with the swords and knives, and then that way you get good enough that you're not getting hit, and so that way in real life you're not getting killed in that. That's what it's for. And when you get hit with these things, it really feels like you got stabbed, and it really feels like you got cut, even though that you didn't. So it's really good, because it forces you to get better, so that way you're not getting hurt, because it feels bad. So you want to get good enough that you're not getting hit and whatnot. So yeah, but yeah, this will be used for that. This will be my anvil. So I've cut this one out, and that was in the previous video. It was about a foot long. It was super hard to do because my hacksaw has the front bar on it for structural support, but it gets in the way, so I ended up having to cut from both sides, so that was 2 cuts into it, and then I had to take my mini hacksaw that's used to get into like corners and stuff in your house and like hard to reach places. So it was like a really small part that you could hit with it, and it was like really egregious, and it was really hard to do. And this one took me to saw through this, I don't know, like probably a week's worth of time, and I couldn't put too many hours in it a day, because at most like 3 hours, because it's just tiring and it's too much. But yeah, I was able to do this all in one day, and this one I only had to do like one little part from like here to here with turning it around and making a second cut into it with my hacksaw. So I was able to cut most of the way through with this one, and it made it go by a lot faster, and it made the cut a lot smoother and a lot straighter. But yeah, so that'll help me out on these sides, because that'll mean that I will have less filing to do there. And then the filing to do on this side, it is going to be really bad. And on this side, it's going to be really bad too, but hey. And it'll take me a long time to file it, but I'm going to at least get it semi-straight and then round off all the edges and all the corners so that it'll be good for transportation. And then it'll also get off some weight so that I'm not exceeding my 50-pound limit for luggage. And yeah, so but yeah, so this time I cut this piece off, this triangle off, and it's about 6 to 8 inches long that I cut of a piece, and it's probably about 6 by 6 by 10, or 6 by 6 by 8, or 6 by 6 by 9, or 7 by 10 by 7. I don't know exactly, but it's something like that. And then this one is more like 14 by 12 by 10. And that was the old cut in the previous video. So this is what it looks like. I'll lift it up so you can get a better view of it. Yeah, so yeah. And the cuts aren't straight, obviously, but that doesn't matter because I just needed to get it cut. That triangular piece cut off. So yeah, it doesn't matter that it's not straight. But this one does kind of matter because it bows down in the center. So I'm going to have to kind of level this out the best I can because it bowed in the center. Yeah, and I don't want that bow in the center, so I'm going to have to take that out quite a bit. But yeah, so I've already started cutting on this, but that was like a long time ago that I started cutting on this. But since I already started cutting on to this, it'll make this one go by faster. And I started cuts on here, and then I realized that's going to be too little of a piece cut off of it, and I want more weight taken out. And I wanted it to be smaller because this has to fit into my dry bag. So yeah, I was like, gotta restart over on those cuts. So yeah, but this cut has already started, so I'll do that in the beginning part of next week. It'll either be Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and I'll bring you there after I cut it and break it off. So what I do is I hacksaw it until there's just like a little piece connecting it, and then hit it off with my sledgehammer. Yeah, and it's just impossible to hacksaw it through all the way through because what happens is the vibrations makes the hacksaw skip off of it. So when it gets down low enough, you have to hit it off with the sledgehammer, or else it's just gonna be like super hard and whatnot, and you're just gonna be overworking yourself, making it harder for yourself for no real reason. Just hit it with the sledgehammer when it gets small enough of a piece connecting it. That's why there's like this little piece right here, because that's what was connecting it, this little bit right there. Yeah, and then this one had a bigger bit connecting it. It was like this big. Boom, right there, that oval. And I hit that piece off with the hacksaw. Or hit that piece off with the hacksaw. Hacksawed it till that little piece was left, and then hit it with the sledgehammer off. So yeah, I'll bring you back for the next making my Anvil video, but I'm not gonna film myself hacksawing for 3 hours just to get a piece off. I know for a fact you guys don't want to see that, so that's why I'm just showing the update videos of what it looks like now. So this other triangle where this cut line will be cut off, and the cut's not going to be straight, I guarantee it, but it doesn't matter. This one looks like it's actually coming out in the opposite direction, but whatever. And yeah, it's just some reclaimed metal, so it doesn't have to be perfect. and I'm not gonna go out and buy machinery just to cut this. It would be expensive, and I don't want to do that because I don't want to spend that much money on something like that and then use it one time and then have to resell it and not be able to recoup my money out of it because nobody's gonna buy something even like brand new. Even if you bought something brand new and then just turned around and sold it, they're gonna want to pay you less for it, so it's just not worth it for me. So yeah, sorry, my dogs are in view. Come on, Marley, get down, lay down, good boy. Yeah, he laid down, but whatever. I don't want him over here getting cut on this. Yeah, so cut those 2 pieces off, and I'll bring you back for the third making my Anvil video, and then however many more videos it takes, installments of updates of after I file it. So I'll do like 1 piece, maybe 2 pieces. I might do like 1 long one and then 1 short one. So it might be 2 videos for filing, but it'll probably be 4. And yeah, I don't know how many days it's gonna take me to do it, but I'll get it done before Halloween because I have to. So yeah, I'll update you guys when I get my ticket with my nomadic challenge video, and I might do like another here's all the stuff I'm taking with me video, minus of course my paperwork and stuff like that, because I won't show that. And my clothes, because yeah, you guys don't need to see that crap. But yeah, so yeah, you'll get to see everything that I'm taking with me, all the survival gear and stuff, and I should have enough toilet paper to last me at least 6 months, because I bought those toilet paper tablets. And yeah, I only need to buy stuff like toothpaste eventually and toothbrushes, but I'm taking a lot of toothbrushes and quite a bit of toothpaste, and yeah, I will be taking some deodorant too. Let's see, what else would I be taking that's like that for hygiene? Yeah, I'm taking some mouthwash too, but that's more for like if I get cut and I don't have anything else to clean out the wound. That's better than using water from a water source out in the wild. So yeah, it's not ideal, but in like an emergency situation, I would rather use that. So yeah, I'm gonna take some mouthwash with me, and I'll have my first aid kit, and I'll have my shelter stuff, and my waterproof blanket. I'll have I don't know if I'm going to take my snowboard boots with me, but I'll have my new shoes that I bought that I've just started recently using. But yeah, yeah, those are waterproof and built for that, like snow and stuff like that, because it's going to be cold when I go up there, and it'll probably be snowy this time of year. There won't be too much snow. Yeah, I'm going to be fishing, so I'll take my fishing stuff with me. And I won't eat a lot of fish a lot of the time, because it's not really good for you to eat more than like 3 fish a week, because there's all this pollutants in the water from people littering and stuff. So yeah, I don't want to get polluted too bad. So yeah, but I'll be going to like GNC's, and I want to do like a charcoal tablet cleanse, which is like 1 month. You take the charcoal tablets, and then you just poop out all the toxins that you build up in your system. So I'll do that like once or twice a year, and that'll help with the fact that I'm going to be intaking quite a bit of chemicals from pollution in the water from eating fish and stuff like that out of the lakes and side streams. But yeah, I'll do catch and cook videos, but I probably won't do too many catching videos. because I don't edit, so my videos of catching fish would be like 2 hours long before I'd catch an actual fish. So I would only be able to upload like one video out of filming like, I don't know, like 5 videos. So I'd have to just trash 4 videos. It's just not worth it for me. So that's why I do magnet fishing videos more than like regular fishing videos. Because magnet fishing videos, I normally catch something every single time. Every single video. Hardly ever do I have to trash a video when I magnet fish. So, yeah, eventually I'll start editing when I get some solar panels and a new laptop. Some portable waterproof solar panels for charging my laptop. And then I'll just get like a subscription to a phone company for internet, the card, and buy the modem where you just plug the card in, and then I'll have that set up. Excuse me. Yeah, so but that's all in the future. I'm just living nomadically because, and it's not because I have to, but it's because I want to. I want to, use all the stuff I've learned in my entire life to survive out in the wilderness and be out in the wilderness and not have to worry about being in a large group of polluters and whatnot. So yeah, there's a lot of people that have different viewpoints than me. So yeah, it would be good to just be solo for a little while I build up money and save up money from working in that, and then I don't know, probably in like a year's worth of living nomadically, I'll be able to buy some land, and then I'll just live nomadically on that land. Or I might buy like a rundown house and fix it up with property that I want, and then fix that up. But if not, then I'll be building my own house and just paying people to put in the wire it and plumb it for me. But yeah, I would build it all myself so that I can make sure it's up to an engineering degree of excellence that I can do myself. So yeah, I don't trust other people when it comes to building houses. They just do such a subpar job, and I don't want to live in a subpar house anymore. So eventually I'll build my own house on my own land. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. It'll be like a couple years, so you'll have to stay tuned for a while. But yeah, in like 2 to 3 years I'll have my own house, hopefully. If not, in like 5 years. But yeah, so I'll be doing that, and I'll bring you back for my nomadic challenge. But this was just an update video. I cut this triangular piece off, and I got that done. So I gotta go walk my dog now. See ya.